Alright, here we are. What is up? What's happening, gamers? This is the start of chapter 17, and my name's Koobs. I'm a goofy goober. At the end of last chapter, I said, oh, I think I'm probably like 10 hours into the playthrough. No, I'm 15 hours in. This is 15 hours into the playthrough. We are outside of the Estella Opera House. We're going to be heading inside to kick things off here. Just a quick refresher, we are currently level 59, 25 vitality, 12 vigor, 14 capacity, 20 motivity, 19 technique, 8 advance. Our next level up to get us to 60, we're going to be investing in technique to get that up to 20. And then I think we're going to probably throw a couple more points into our vigor, which is our stamina. And then we're going to jump back over to vitality and probably try to push that towards 30 with our next levels. So that's kind of an idea as to where we're going. Just browsing through here, make sure that I haven't come across anything new that maybe I missed. What are these? Different cranks for our weapons. Yeah, can't believe it. Yeah, you know, time flies when you're having fun. I thought we were about 10 hours into the playthrough. Ended up being about 15 hours into the playthrough, so that's fascinating. And I should have probably known, like, we're starting chapter 17, and each of these chapters has been about 45-50 minutes, maybe close to an hour. So, like, do the math pretty quickly. That's way more than 10 hours spent on the playthrough. But hey, that's okay. I'm gonna pop this door open and see what's inside. Again, sorry, taking a sip. One of the things that I said when we first got to this area, to Rosa Isabelle Street, is they kept talking about this lady in the red dress. And why are you just... Why? Why? Why'd they do that? I didn't even hardly walk inside, and they were coming after me. How do you know that I'm not a friend? Okay, so one of the things, Gemini, right when we got to this district, Gemini was like, oh, there's this fabulous actress, singer in the red dress. And then we found something else that was talking about this lady in the red dress. And then we found the boss. It was the lady in the white dress. And she was the sister of the lady in the red dress. And definitely got a feeling that going into this opera house, that there's probably going to be a boss here, and that this boss is going to be this lady in the red dress. So we shall see if that is confirmed. Spooky. Oops. What? What's up here? Disruption. Disruption. They're causing disruption. But yeah, they are certainly disrupting me. Holy moly. How strange. Oh, and there's more up there. What is that? What's going on up there? Oh, look at that. Like a spider lady. What the heck? We are certainly in new uncharted territory, gamers. This is certainly the start of a new chapter. We got bodies everywhere. Oh. Sorry, excuse me, I just burped a little. But what in the heck? Are they gonna try to come through here? Alright. Wow. Wow. Let me take one quick moment and make sure that we're using the right item here. So this says shock cartridge, but it's also giving us the most disruption resistance. So we definitely want that. I guess we could go with that one, which is better. Let's just do that. We're already slightly heavy. We've been pretty much slightly heavy the whole playthrough. We're even using the amulet to increase our carry capacity. But still a somewhat chonky boy. Okay. Keep that in mind. They're going to build up disruption. Now, from what I can piece together shoot. Okay. From what I can piece together, disruption is not a normal status. It's a special status. So this is good for overheat, electric shock, decay, and corruption. This is good for shock, break, and disruption. So I'm going to switch this over to that so that just in case we get disrupted, we have that available to use. All right. Hopefully you had an okay time last chapter. I know I didn't. I know I did not. I did not enjoy the last chapter. So this way is going to lead that way. I'm going to go down and over there first. Cannot say that I had a blast last chapter taking on that mad clown puppet. I probably said it multiple times while playing that I'm not a fan of clowns, don't like cloons, they are not my favorite, and part of me is wondering what impact that had on my combat ability. Like, was I, on the inside, was I afraid of that boss? And so it was making me perform less optimally. And I wonder if anyone else out there will have that sort of similar experience of, like, internally being a little bit afraid without wanting to admit it, and that impacts their ability. Like, if that was just a big guy, big bully guy instead of a mad clown, if it was just like some big goober, would it have been easier for us? Would we have understood the moveset and the opportunities to attack and things like that? Or would we have still struggled in the same sort of way? Was there just something awkward about the way that he was attacking us that was throwing us off? Was it more psychological? I'll never really know, you know? But definitely success on their part with the design of that boss, because he was like, he looked like Pennywise the clown, you know? He was definitely spooky, and I'm okay saying that. I ain't scared, but you know, I'm not scared either. All right. So this little area here, I'm kind of getting a little bit of like flashbacks from one of the trailers, maybe, where we kind of had like a look at these kind of corridors. Oh boy. Got these little dolly crawlies behind her. Not good, not good. We're gonna do some hit and run tactics. Or we're gonna try them at least. Disruption is building up quite a bit, which is not great. Yikes. Let's heal, let's heal. You know what? I just had a moment there where I was holding up my shield and I wanted to attack, and I needed to wait a second to let the shield come down before I could attack. And having experienced that in that brief moment just made me think that it might be worth it to go back and invest in leveling up Aegis so that we have it at level 1 where we can attack while guarding, because that might open it up a little bit for us to use the shield as a defensive tool and still be able to quickly attack with the shield up instead of having to wait a moment before we have that as an option. So I'm definitely going to consider that now. I hadn't really considered it previously, but I think that we're going to. That hit on that last doll seemed like we did more damage than the other ones, maybe, question mark. Not entirely sure. I'm wondering if maybe the big spider looking ones are like controlling the little ones, and if you can take out the big one, then the other ones are weaker, and maybe they don't do the disruption. Because the first one that came running out at us, I don't remember if they had those puppet strings on them, if that makes any sense. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, see what's over here. Nothing. Long hallway. Creepy area there. Oh, you know what? One thing I did want to do really quickly, if you don't mind, is I'm going to throw the lamp on here so that way I can hold X and I can press up and I'll use the lamp. There we go. I've been wanting to do that, but forgetting to for a little while now. Okay. That's a good thing for sure. We can see that there's definitely more to this area. Technique amulet. Let's take a look at that. Is that just going to raise our technique? Wow, it is. Wow, gamers. +4 to our technique. I think that, let's take a look here. We have 573 with the life amulet equipped. We have 536 without it. So it's giving us a little bit less than 40 hit points, which is probably a couple of levels into vitality. Again, it's not nothing. But getting 4 points into technique might really help boost our damage. Let's see here. If we do without it, we're at 201 plus 94. 201 plus 94. And then with it, we're at 201 plus 110. That's a pretty sizable increase. That's like 16 points of damage that we just got. That might be well worth it for us. Great find. Super cool. I think we're still going to spend our next upgrade point into technique, regardless of the fact that we just got that, so that we still have 20 motivity and 20 technique, because we want to have this balance build. But that's cool, and that's not cool. What are you? Why are you here? I didn't do anything. No, dude, I definitely did not. Is that the lady in the red dress? No shot. Ugh, I hate getting knocked out of my Fable art like that. Yikes. 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 Big yikes, gamers. Big yikes. We were low on resources, so like to be expected, but they were hitting much harder than we thought they were going to. That was insanity. Why were they wearing that dress looking all beefy like that? That was a big dress. When in shock, your character's stamina recovery immediately decreases. Use a purification ampule to remove status ailments. So at least we know what shock does now. I am going to take a quick detour, run to the hotel, and I'm going to upgrade the Aegis so that we can use our attack while holding up the shield. And we're going to become a turtle. I'm kidding, we're not going to really become a turtle, but we're going to do some turtling from time to time. Because we're, you know, we know ourselves, and we understand that, not there, over here. And we understand that sometimes we're not the best at, putting up our guard, you know? But when we have this Aegis Legion arm, it really incentivizes us to guard, because we do this blowback attack, this explosive reaction when they hit us that makes it a little bit more worthwhile. So we know where we're heading. We're going to go get our Ergo back. We're going to take out these creepy crawly dolls and finish off that lady in the red dress, which is probably not the lady in the red dress, just a lady in a red dress. Alright. Again, there is like this area below us. Oops! Almost forgot about her. See how she didn't have those puppet strings on her? But then these ones do. Oh, I didn't want to... I wanted to just kind of lure them over here and see if the puppet strings stay on them when they're out of range of that opera singer. See? They don't. I'm going to end up going back to the Stargazer. I'm going to run back to the Stargazer and get our HP back rather than using a healing item. But it seems like my theory was correct. The big spider-looking one, the opera-singing spider, is adding some sort of ability for them to deal disruption damage, and it also seems like it makes them a little bit more damage resistant. So if we can kind of lure them away, then we're going to be in better shape. See, she has the puppet strings there, but then she doesn't here. Oops. That's okay. And then another thing with Aegis is that we got the upgrade so that if we get a... Oops. It didn't... Oh, there's a timer on it. I should have remembered that. So in the bottom corner there, you might see this little circle. Yikes. Yikes. Alright. Being dumb, being silly, being stupid. We're going to run back here again. And then this is the last time that we're doing this. We're going to move through the area, and if we have to heal, we have to heal. If we die, we die. Stop doing this, Coobs, because it's not very entertaining for somebody trying to watch this playthrough. But at the bottom corner there, right above where it says L2 for Aegis, there's like a sun. And if that is fully depleted, then we can't use the explosion attack part of it. I think we can still activate it as a shield, but it doesn't do the blowback. And I keep hitting that same pillar. Bummer, man. Alright. I want to go this way. I'm not going to rush past these dolls, though. Oh no, they're going to catch me with the disruption. Oops. We are bad. We are bad, and we know it. I had to heal twice on them. Not going back now, though. Now, as soon as that spider lady kind of gets up to us, I think the other ones are going to start heading our way, too. I could be wrong. Yeah, see, they drop from the top. So it's not like you can just lure. At least one of them does. Yeah, see, there they are. So that's a bummer. Also wondering if maybe I want to find a handle with a little bit more range for this section. Nice. Come on, Coobs. Come on, dude. Don't like this lady. Alright. I think I need a little bit more reach. So, even though we just took out that group, we're gonna... yeah. We're gonna switch our weapon up a bit. I think we're gonna go with the fire axe handle. And so let's just put this, pair this together with something, just so that it's there if we want it. How about the bone cutting handle? Not too important what we do with it. Just this way we don't have to get so close to them, you know? And we'll see how that goes for us. We could be doing less damage because of it, but we might attack faster as a result. So, pros and cons. Actually, that wasn't bad. Now, obviously, that's outside of the range, so we do a little bit more damage. Where's the third one at? There you are. Okay. Come on. Let's do this. Don't get cornered. Nice. Should have known. Oh! That's what disruption does, gamers. That's what disruption does. We weren't sure about it. We weren't sure, but that's what it does. Holy guacamole. Instant death if you get disrupted. Instant death. Do not let disruption happen. Disruption occurs when disruption damage builds up. When the disruption damage gauge fills up, your character will die. Thank you. Use a purification ampoule to remove disruption before you die. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Would have been awesome to know that before we died of disruption. We could also use this to increase our resistance to it, but we just need to be smart about it and use the ampoule, the purification ampoule, before it's too late. And pretty sure so I'm having a thought right now about our death ergo. See, we never went ahead and picked it up from earlier when we died to that person in the red dress. So did that get replaced by this new death ergo and we lost some forever? Or did the two become one and we can still go pick up what we've lost? I'm not sure. Because 3,360 seems a little bit high for what we had, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what it should be. Okay. So, let's just grab this while it's right here. Come this way, ladies. That was solid. Took it down in one hit. Now if only we could do that with these ones in here. I'm wondering if, like, can we rush this lady down? Probably not. Okay. Let's get this lady. Let's go forward and get that red lady. Nope. She actually doesn't do a lot of damage, like, physically with her attacks, but obviously that disruption is the whole bit, and buffing the little ones nearby. Alright, so we know what to expect here. They're going to come around this corner. Alright, we got him. We got them. We got the red dress creepy robot. Sorry about the dog barks, though I know that those are probably close proximity to the mic, so I do apologize for that. Doggo heard a noise, and that's what they do. They're like an alarm system for you. Alright, so hopefully we can gather whatever's down here, and then we never have to come this way again. That's kind of what I'm hoping right now. And so we shall see. Exploding pickaxe. What? 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 Look at that. Gamers. What about it explodes? Is it the ability? It's the ability to explode. Flame strike. Rush forward, jump, deliver a downward blow. When you cut downward, explosions will deal fire damage to the surrounding enemies. After attacking, your weapon is temporarily imbued with fire. Amazing. So that's the Fable art attached to the head of this pickaxe. So that's exclusive to the pickaxe. And then for the handle, it says conserve energy. Decreases stamina consumption temporarily. Wow, that could actually be super useful for us. No matter what weapon we're using this on, having the ability to decrease our stamina consumption could be a total game changer. What a awesome weapon, and it looks cool. I'm super excited about this one, gamers. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip real quick. Super excited about this. We're going to probably upgrade this quite a bit, actually. We'll probably pick up a couple more of these hidden moonstones, and we can at least get it to +4 currently. So we'll probably do that when we go back to the hotel. But I'm even more interested, I think, in putting the booster glaive blade on this handle and having like a long-range glaive weapon and seeing how that works for us. Actually, let me see real quick how the maybe not, because the attacks are downward like that. It's meant to be kind of a pickaxe, of course, naturally. But it still could be useful. Could certainly be useful. So excited about that. Glad we found that cool weapon. Well worth it. Let's be careful because we don't have any more pulse cells, and I'm not looking forward to having to come back down this way. For legendary actress Adelina Corday, even those who envied her reputation loved her songs. So, again, Adelina Corday, I think, might be the one that we are going up against in this area. Seeing a lot of her name everywhere. And there's another Crescent Moonstone, so that's great news. Now, it's entirely possible that cool, we got a shortcut here. It's entirely possible that, oh, beautiful shortcut. A beautiful shortcut. That's wonderful. And so now we also know that there's a shortcut that we can open down there to our left. So that's great. Very cool. Sorry, caught on a wall there. Okay, so we're gonna go hit up the hotel real quick. We're gonna upgrade this new weapon, and well, maybe even we might have enough for a level up. We'll have to see. Super exciting stuff. Cool area for sure, gamers. Alright, so first things first, I think we're gonna go and pick up enough hidden moonstones so that we can upgrade that weapon to +3. So we need 1 and 2 and 4. So that's 7 altogether. So we need 2 of those real quick.
I know my way around a weapon.
So we're gonna go 1. We're gonna go 2. We're gonna go 3. We're gonna go 4. So cool, cool. Solid damage there. We need 1 more Crescent Moonstone, and we can get that to +5 as well. Sorry, wrong one. We're gonna see what we need for a level up. 6,504. So what do we got in our bag? We got 1,000. We got 700. We got 500. So that's... Let me break out the calculator real quick, gamers. $1,000 plus 700 plus 500 plus the 3,660 that we have is 4,960 plus 900 is 5,860 plus 100, 5,960. So we are a little bit short of the level up, which we said we needed 6,504. So we're about 600 off. So we're going to hold on to all of our stuff for the time being. Let's assemble some weapons. Let's see about some things. Let's see like what that pickaxe head is like on something like the fire axe. Kind of slow, but I mean, to be expected. That could be a decent attack. Let's try this Fable art real quick. Nice. That's cool. And then it's imbued with fire for a little bit afterwards. That's pretty cool too. Now, question is, so it's imbued with fire, which I do like. I think that that's super cool. It doesn't last super long, but it does last a decent amount of time. I can infuse it with the grindstone and electrify it. So that's cool too. Now I would imagine that if I did the attack, it would probably switch over. Yeah, it does. But still, super cool. Pretty useful. Let's
I know my way around.
Let's think about how that weapon could be added into our mix. I'm thinking the booster glaive handle. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. I'm also going to take a look at this. I'm thinking that... Oh, okay, here we go. Kind of sweeping attacks with the light attack. But then we've also got this charge up and we zoom forward. I like that. I think that that's cool. So that's how I think we're going to keep that. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to throw the electric coil.
I know my way around.
We're going to throw the electric coil on the pickaxe handle, which is going to give us a long-range baseball bat, basically, that just smashes down on things. I like that. I like that a lot. And then, so we still have our spear here. This is basically the salamander dagger on the spear hilt, and that's good for taking out. We haven't really used it very much, but in theory, it would be good at taking out humanoid enemies that are weak to fire. And then, so we want to go ahead and put the acidic crystal spear with something, and maybe what if it was on the big pipe wrench? Probably a silly thing to pair together, but yeah, that's probably not the greatest combination. Maybe something like the wintry rapier would work with this one, and just kind of go in for quick attacks. Could also go with something like this bramble curved sword handle. Let's see. In terms of damage, what's good for it? What are the attacks like when we got that? Okay, that's cool. Low to the ground attacks with that. I like that combination. We'll keep that together for now. And then I'm trying to be mindful that I want to keep, because the booster glaive blade has been kind of our, so far at least, has been kind of our go-to. Having both the fire axe handle and the dancer's curved sword handle available is going to be good for us, because we kind of swap back between the two. I do want to take a look at this really quickly and see if we paired something super weird together. If that, like what the implications of that are. Would this weapon be good? The longest fencing sword ever seen, you know? I kind of like it. I mean, I don't hate it, that's for sure. But we don't have that one upgraded at all. So we'll leave it in the inventory for now. We're not going to go spend the time to disassemble that. But, so that's cool. Cool stuff with the weapons. Let's get back out there. We got a little bit more time before we should probably wrap up this chapter. Let's take a look at the timer. Yeah, I could do another 10 or 15 minutes probably before having to wrap this chapter up. I've got some Fresca to drink right now. And I didn't realize until recently that Fresca is like sparkling water. So there's been this whole craze about sparkling water recently, like drinks like La Croix. I think that's how you pronounce it, La Croix. And Fresca's been doing it the whole time, and Fresca tastes way better too. Yikes. It's grapefruit flavored sparkling water, and it's got really good flavor to it. If you're a fan of The Boys, you might know Fresca has become like it was like a bit of a meme in that show, which I thought was always funny. Okay, so this looks like the Cracks Calling there, which means that that's our boss room right across here. But down here, we could definitely fall down there. There to the left is where we grabbed that chest. So let's do that. Let's drop down here. See what's around. I noticed that right away. So we don't have a Trinity key at the moment, but we do know where Trinity door is now. And we know Trinity doors usually, so far, at least the two that we've opened, give us a new cool outfit, which is awesome. So let's see where we're at here. Try to orient ourselves. We have not been this way. Something big is above us or something. Alright, let's head this direction first, maybe. Oh, you know what? When we were... Oh, cool. So that's our way back. So now that's open, so if we die, we can just head over that way. What are you doing, buddy? Alright. Not bad. Decent little fight. Incredible Venini collection can expand Pulcinella's shop. Now that is awesome. We're definitely looking forward to seeing if there's any way to get more from Pulcinella, and we just found it, so that's super cool. We got another one of these big bosses. Yikes. I don't want to fight you on the stairs, so head down here. Oh, I didn't really notice it before. Half of it is got a mustache and the other half has got the long hair and the dress. So it's supposed to be like a cross between the two performers. Like it's like a strong man and a beautiful lady blended together. So it seems like shock, even if you're building up shock, it doesn't even have to be full. If you're building up shock, then your stamina regen is slower. first it seemed like you had to like fully be shocked, but no. If they hit you and you start building up shock, then it slows your stamina recovery speed. Because we're even using an amulet that helps with our recovery speed. Star fragment, that'll be useful. So we're gonna take a look up here. And it might be that we've pretty much explored most of this section, which is great. Good news for us, because we do want to wrap the chapter shortly. And so we'll probably be able to pick up next chapter with the start of the boss fight for this area. I see you, puppets up there. Come on, down this way. Yeah, run towards me. Wonderful. So just two. Maybe there's a third somewhere. Gonna try to get the little one to chase us a bit. Will you come down the stairs? You don't want to come down the stairs, do you? Oh! Thought she was done. I'm also wondering if the boss is going to have this sort of a disruption capability throughout this boss fight. Is it going to be that they're like singing? They're an opera singer, and so they're going to try to build up disruption on us as well. So we're going to try to be mindful of that. Thanks. Okay. That went well. Hey, and another Crescent Moonstone piece. So that means we can definitely get our new pickaxe friend up to +5 and make it pretty viable for us. So this is in the very beginning when we were exploring this area. We saw the person on this side. That was that big spider lady there. So cool to know. Notes from an experiment. Let's read this. The test subject's body is better than expected. Its ergo coordination, physical sensitivity, and modification adaptability figures all exceed expectations. Couldn't ask for better results. All that's left is to make a decision. I won't be able to undo my crime. I don't regret it. I've come too far for regret. I'm ready to become a god or a devil. I just hope that the owner of the body finds peace throughout this revenge. Perhaps this prayer is a remnant of my last bit of humanity. So, test subject's body is better than expected. It seems like they turned somebody into a puppet. Possibly. And if that's the case, if that's what we're dealing with here, then like I have been kind of alluding to, it seems like our enemy is going to be this Adelina Corday. Like all roads are leading that direction. Oh, ouch. That hurt a lot more than I thought it was going to. Yikes. Yikes. Let's pop this open. Butterfly is going to disappear. Ouch, man. You guys are tough. You guys are tough for sure. Okay, but at least we opened up this little shortcut, so now that we know that the butterfly is there, we can rest at the Stargazer. We explored everything inside there. So we'll rest here. We'll go over here. We'll carefully take out these guys. And then we'll get this butterfly We're gonna run back to base. We're gonna level up probably. We're gonna level up our weapon as well. Yikes, dude. Alright. Technique crank. Alright. That's that. You know what? There is one little section that I don't think that we checked out. Let's go see real quick. So there was an area up here, and it might be nothing, but back behind her, I don't think I'm gonna take her on. I'm just gonna zoom over here and take a look. Yeah, it was up on this balcony area. We didn't check this out yet. Belford Disruption cartridge. Bad idea, bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Nothing. Oh. 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 Gamers. What?
Who are you? You're not a puppet. Are you here to listen to my music? I can't sing anymore. This petrification disease took away my songs. Riddles. I was fooled by him. He said this place was a shelter. Patricia, I'm so sorry.
What?
Oh, Patricia, I'm so sorry.
Is that it?
I'm parched.
Oh,
Just a taste of fruit.
I have an apple. Do we give it to her?
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is the sweetest apple I've ever had. I can't stop death from taking me, but I have enough strength to confess my sins. Can you listen to my last confession?
Yeah.
Patricia, I coveted your voice. If I can't match it, then even if I have to break you, Adelina Corday must have it all. I know it's wrong, but still, I love you.
Hmm.
I know it's wrong, but
So,
I love you.
what is she saying exactly? Something about Patricia. So, now that we've found that Adelina is actually here, the lady in the red dress, that changes my whole perspective on what could possibly be in this boss room. Because it's certainly not Adelina Corday. It might be an imitation of them, but... She's trying to sing. But it could also be this Patricia that she's talking about, maybe? Not sure. Glad that we came up here, though. Before I forget, I want to put on this for the disruption resistance. No, I don't even need to. It says it's supposed to be a disruption cartridge, and it's only got 99 disruption resistance. So we're going to keep on the cartridge that we have because it's better. So that's that. Let's quickly go to hotel, and we're going to do a couple of housekeeping things, and then we're going to wrap the chapter up. Alright, so very interesting turn of events there. Let's go ahead and grab our level up. We're going to go to Pulcinella.
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price.
And we're going to add shop goods.
Master Vanini carefully curated this collection box himself.
Huh.
With it, you have returned to us what was stolen. You have our gratitude. The House of Vanini always keeps a few special items in the private reserve, sir. Only for our more discerning patrons, of course.
So what do we got? Oh wow, we got a whole bunch of things here. So before we had one of each of these cranks available. Looks like now we can buy 2 more if we wanted to. The price has gone up though. We've got an acid grindstone. We've got an indomitable grindstone. Temporarily enhances guard performance. So that's interesting. We've got a carcass butcher's amulet. Increases damage inflicted on carcasses. So that seems like any of the enemies that are inflicted with the petrification disease. And then we've got a couple of these fiber liners, and there's a weapon here: Tyrant Murderer's Dagger, Blade and Handle. So it says grind increases critical hit chance temporarily. That's interesting. And the handle is quick stab, a quick forward stab. It's got a cool look to it. It's seemingly a dagger blade. So let's think about getting this acid grindstone maybe. Pretty sure that we've got enough for that. So let's go ahead. Yeah, 1,000 for the grindstone. Let's do, probably gonna need about 300 maybe for the weapon that we wanted to upgrade, pretty sure. And we might do another 1,000 just to get this indomitable grindstone. I think I'm gonna do that. Not that I'll particularly use it. It'll just be nice to have it. I'm gonna go equip I think I'm gonna equip this new grindstone, the acid grindstone, and we'll see if it's gonna be worth it for this fight. Temporarily enhances guard performance. Can be triggered by using the grinder when guarding. Because it is fragile, it cannot be used often. Special grindstones are made to respond quickly in battle. Grindstones made from artificial gems sharpen weapons and temporarily imbue them with special abilities. So it just helps us guard. But the acid grindstone is going to add some acid damage to our attacks, and I think that might be useful. I'm going to double check real quick and make sure that we don't have any quartz in our inventory. So we're not looking to spend any of that on our P organ. Alright, looks like we are in pretty solid shape, gamers. I'm going to go ahead and close out the chapter here. When we pick back up, we will be at the Opera House, and we will be figuring out what boss lies ahead of us. So as always, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enjoying things as much as we have been. I have been, always am, always will be, always gonna be, Koobs. Peace and love, gamers.